Hi guys. Hello. Good evening. Here we are again on our topic. Okay, the title is Love Your Mate. Okay, part of yes, marriage counseling that we are having. This morning I have that on my other account. I think I've got close na now. Yes, the complete marriage. I want to share first. Mag-share muna tayo. And we have also lesson presentation. Ano ba yan? Hina yung net na. I want to share muna sa ating mga Yes, Angela Nishin, welcome. Shout out na, and you're the first to have one raffle entry, Angela. Ikaw ang unang-unang magkakaroon ng raffle entry. Angels ni Shane. Okay. Yes, Angels ni Shane, thank you for coming. And JVF, Lion Vlog. Okay, thank you. You have tigi isang one raffle entry for coming. Malapit na naman yung ating live ating mga siguro move natin sa April yung aking grand live stream. GBF, okay. Tamsak po, magandang gabi. Yes, thank you rin. Pasensya na, busy po kanina. Okay lang. Alam ko naman eh. Mag-overtime ka para sa iyong watch hours. Kasi nang ano din si Lolo ng watch hour kaya pati watch hours kaya kailangan may allowance ka para hindi ka bumagsak sa 4,000 pagka kailangan paakyat ng paakyat 4,000 pataas. Yes, okay. So my topic is about marriage counseling. Actually yung sa kabilang ko kanina, sa kabila yung may bago akong kasing bagong account. Marriage counseling ang pinasimulan ko kanina. So, unang part, this is the second part dito sa aking main account. So, lahat ng papasok ay merong one raffle entry. Pero ibababa ko nga yung kanina na first part ng marriage counseling. Ko nga. Sa kabilang account ko yon. Wait, sandali lang Wait muna. Okay, hindi ko na mapalikan yan. Sandali. Hanapin ko pa. Hindi ko mahanap pong search ko, ma'am. Ito main mo. Main ko ito, oo. Ay, yung kanina, pinorward ko ba sa iyo? Teka muna. Ibababa ko na lang. Kasi alam ko na share ko yun sa... Kanino ko ba na-share? Teka, wait. Na-share ko yun sa aking ibang PM na lang po, ma'am, friend naman. Okay, sige. Okay lang. New upload. Okay, sige. Ibababa ko yung new upload mo para tatamsa kanila, ha? Teka, ibaba ko muna yung sa akin kanina. Saan ko pa yun? Wait, sandali lang. Baka mahirapan ako. Ganun ba yun? Okay. Don't mention it. Ganun talaga sa group natin doon, tulungan talaga tayo, di ba? Para mas maganda kasi kung monetize lahat. So, ibinabagay ko rin yung link ko. Okay, guys, yung makarating ngayon. Okay, nandyan ang ano ni GBF Lion. Puntahan nyo siya at mag-comment. Then, hashtag day niya para for another raffle entry. So, and then, yung binaba ko na link, ganun din. So, all in all, you will have 3 raffle entry sa gabing ito habang kayo ay pumupunta dyan sa mga link na naibaba kay GBF Lion Vlog at saka yung sa binaba ko. So, I think we go on with our lesson presentation first. Ang lesson natin sa ngayon ay may pamagat siya na Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant. So this is for our lesson presentation. Yeah, puntahan ko muna ma'am. Okay, so thank you. So ito yung ating pinaka-lesson for tonight bago tayo pumunta sa ating pinaka-marriage encounter or marriage counseling na love your mate. Okay, ang pinaka-key text natin for this week is Hebrews chapter 8 verse 6. But as it is, Christ has obtained the ministry that is as much as more excellent than the old as the covenant he mediates better, since it is enacted on better promises. So for Sunday we have the need of a new covenant. We have Hebrews chapter 7 verse 11 to 19. Why was a new covenant needed? Bakit kailangan yung bagong covenant o bagong tipan? According to Hebrews, the fact that Jesus was appointed priest according to the order of Melchizedek implied that a new covenant had been inaugurated. So ito yung may kinaman sa bagong tipan na the old covenant had been given the basis of Levitical priests or priesthood. Hebrews 7:11, and the Levitical priests acted as mediators. So yung mga sacerdote, yung mga pare nung panahon na yon, sila yung mga mediator, tagapamagitan sa Diyos at saka sa mga tao. And the author concludes then that the change in the priesthood, yung pagbabago sa priesthood, implies a change of the law of the priesthood as well as the change of the covenant. Okay. So yung pagbabago ng priesthood, pagbabago ng tipan. Yes, Sarah Gay, you can go to GVF Lion for the raffle entry and for the link that I have there for another raffle entry. So all in all, you have 3 raffle entry for tonight. 3 raffle entry. So, tatapusin ko lang tong aking lesson presentation. And okay, so sinasabi po dito na the author concludes that change in priesthood implies a change of the law, change of the law of priesthood as well as the change of the covenant. So Hebrews 7 verse 12. So pinapakita sa atin kung paano na nagkaroon ng panibagong tipan ang Panginoon. At this is hindi sa paraan ng Levitical priesthood ng mga anak ni Levi, kundi sa pamagitan ng order ni Melchizedek. Dito ay pinakita na ang Panginoong Jesus ang siyang pinakasaserdote na binabanggit dito sa better covenant. Yes, thank you sa mga nagpaharang dyan. Okay. Just go to the link na nakababa dyan for your raffle entry. Okay. So, another raffle entry, pag pumunta kayo doon kay GVF Lion Blog, at saka doon sa binaba ko na link ngayon lang din. So, the issue of the old covenant was that it could not provide perfection. Kagaya ng mabasa natin sa Hebrews 7 verse 11. And Paul is talking about Levitical priesthood na pinangungunahan ng mga sacerdote sa panahon ni Moses na mga lahi ni Levi. So dito, ang Levitical priesthood and its ministry or sacrifice, mayroon mga sacrifices, and then meron talaga mga feast, mga piyesta na kanilang pinangingilin. And the animal sacrifice offered through them could not provide true cleansing from sin or access to God. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 1 to 4. So ito pinakita sa atin kung paano na itong mga paghahandog ng panahon na ni Moses ay ito yung paghahandog na nagtuturo doon sa isang tunay na ihahandog pagdating ng panahon. Walang iba kundi ang ating Panginoong Jesus. So the fact that the new covenant was necessary does not mean that God was unfair with the Israelites when He gave them the old covenant. The Levitical ministry and the services of the tabernacle, ito naman ang mga service na to na binigay ng Panginoon sa kanila ay dinisign para protektahan sila against idolatry, which is very common during their time just around the corner. So, dito ay the Hebrews stress that sacrifice were a shadow of the good things to come. So, it is just a shadow of the real sacrifice that is supposed to be given to save humanity, and that is no other than the Lord Jesus Himself. The pointing them to Jesus, the sacrifice should have helped the people put their hope and faith in the love of God that takes away the sins of the world. So ito yung pantukoy sa ating Panginoon. Ang lamb that was slain to take away the sins of the world is no other than Jesus. So Isaiah 53, John chapter 1 verse 29. This is the same point that Paul makes when he says that law was our tutor. Ang batas ay ang ating tutor. So that um, we may be justified by faith according to Galatians 3:24. Pwede tayo ma-justified by faith sa pananampalataya natin. And this is the same point Paul makes to say our tutor lead us to Christ. And in other words, even the Ten Commandments, as good and perfect as it is, as they are, cannot provide salvation to the people. Romans chapter 3, verse 20 to 28. And Romans 7:12 to 14. They provide a perfect standard. Nagbibigay sila ng perfect na standard para sa okay, good and perfect as they are can provide salvation in themselves. So, hindi sa mga pagbibigay ng salvation, kundi ang Panginoon Jesus lamang. Yung mga ritual na ginawa nun, they are just a shadow of the things to come, of the um, uh, sacrifice, of the final sacrifice that will be given for the sake of humanity. It is no other than Jesus. Jesus who died on the cross. So we have, they provide a perfect standard of righteousness, but they do not provide righteousness. So kumbaga para siyang salamin lang na pinasalamin natin yung mga bagay-bagay at mm, later on it can provide for our uh, salvation. Romans 7:12 to 14. They provide perfect standard of righteousness. Yun, ang standard ng righteousness na ating kapanahunan. But they do not provide righteousness. Nagbibigay sila ng mga standard para sa katuwiran, pero hindi sila mismo yung katuwiran. Hindi siya magbibigay ng katuwiran, kundi ang ating Panginoon na. And any more than looking at the mirror can erase the wrinkles of age. So pag tayo, marap sa salamin, may mga wrinkles na tayo, ay ito daw ay isang uh, pag bibigay sa atin ng halimbawa na ang mirror, more than looking in a mirror, can erase the wrinkles. The perfect righteousness we need to see as Jesus, our substitute. So, dito sa case na to ay makita natin na hindi siya makapagbigay ng salvation itself, but looking into that mirror, hindi talaga makapagtanggal ng ating mga uh, katuwiran. For perfect righteousness, we need only Jesus, our substitute. So, ang Panginoong Jesus lamang ang magbibigay sa atin na katuwiran. Wala nang iba. Okay? So, this is for our lesson presentation. Tomorrow is a new and renewed. The new covenant has better mediation, and the new covenant has better promises. Meron siyang mas na mga pangako. Mas mabuti na mga pangako na binigay sa atin. Okay? So, we have parang naantok na ako agad. Isang lesson presentation pa lang. So, basta I will go there. Okay, Jane Rivera, pupunta ako doon mamaya sa mga link na binaba ko. So, just have to continue this. Okay, kanina sa other account ko, ay diniscuss ko yung first part din ng volume na to na for better or for worse. So, for better or for worse. So, we go to chapter 2 of this book. Hindi siya masyadong malaki, pero napaka ng content ng book na to. Dumikit na ako doon. Thank you, ha? Okay. Yes. Salamat, salamat. So, we go on to your... So, you have... Dumikit ka doon. So, you have 2 raffle entry, GBF. Dalawa na yung raffle entry mo. Pero pag pumunta ka doon sa isa pang link na binaba ko, you'll have 3. Okay? So, GBF Lion Vlog, you have 2. Pangalawa yung pagpunta mo doon sa link. So, you have 2. Sarah Gay, you have... Teka, tingnan ko kung pumunta si Sarah doon sa pangatlo. Wait muna. Wala. Ay, nakita ko dito si Sweetie, si Hill Adavan, si Glycel, si Sarah, si Shirley, si Jane Rivera. Kompleto pa rin sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, GVF Lion, thank you. Okay, so dalawa na yung raffle entry mo. Si Sarah. At tingnan kung pumunta kayo kay GVF Lion, ay meron another kayo, di ba? Sinabi ko. Oo, ang ganda ng ano mo, ah. Tatamsak lang ako dito at magko-comment din. Okay, nagtamsak lang ako doon sa'yo. And konting share. Okay. So, we go to our main topic. Mamaya babalikan ko ito sila Jane, Mary Jane, Sarah. Papunta kayo GBF Lion, ha? Basta pag kami hashtag kayo dyan ang nilagay at you can have at least 3 raffle entry. So, mga kababaihan, this is for you. Married or non-married? O kahit na hindi pa married, pwede makinig lang. This has something to do with marriage encounter. So, especially for the couples. Okay, from the crib to the grave, we reach out for someone to love and someone we can love. Okay? So, simula nung tayo pinanganak, ay hanggang tayo lumaki, ay parati tayong maabot ng ating kamay sa tao na magmamahal at nag-aaruga at magmamahal sa atin. That love is necessary for survival. Sabi, without it, kapag wala yung pag-ibig, well, we lose the will to live, our mental, our physical vitality lessens, and resistance lower. So, and mental in the mental hospital holds many who, for the want of human affection, have slipped beyond. Sila ay na ano, doon lumampas yung kanilang pag-iisip. They have slipped beyond the reach of sanity. So we have battered and neglected children suffer signs of neurosis or psychosis. So yun to mga nakaka-affect sa mga bata at as well as sa mga parents, of course. So when love fails, marriage fall and ruins the impossible. Prostration deludes those Egypt, those involved and those around them. So we need to share and we need to be part of this love of God. When love fails, marriage fall and ruins and possible. So we have frustration, deludes, those involved ay nagkakaroon sila ng tinatawag na frustrations. Such emotional pressure result to juvenile delinquency sa mga kabataan natin. And then adult crime naman kapag alcoholism, yung pati ka uh, mag-alcohol and various forms of drugs addiction. So we have finally the attempt was to destroy oneself. So habang hindi pa masyado lumaki ang gap o pagitan sa tampuhan or sa konting di pagkakunawaan ay mas maaga, mas maganda yung uh, you are going to visit, dadalawin mo, uh, dadalawin and then we have to make those changes that is happening to us will be the same changes that will be happening on the other. So when love fails, marriage fails and ruin into impossible frustration. And then such emotional pressure results in juvenile delinquency, yung mga nagkakaproblema ng mga uh, kabataan sa ating kapanahunan. So, when, okay, failed marriage, okay, dito tayo muna. When, when love fails, marriages fall and ruins and impossible frustration deludes. Okay, deludes. This involve eh, those involved and those who are around them. So, i-involve niya yung mga tao na sa paligid at um, ang influence kasi ay it can be the influence can be positive or could also be negative. So, Dr. Smiley Blanton sa kanyang book Love or Perish says, for more than 40 years I have 40 years? For more than 40 years I have sat on my table and listened while all people of all ages and classes told me of their lips and of their yung mga lukso nila at yung kanilang mga ginawang solution para sa kanilang problema. When love fails, okay, falls into improper frustration. So, ang mga tao na to ay na-depress. Okay, they were so depressed, and sometimes it can end into ruining their uh, themselves as a person. As done, okay, as Dante observed, it is love that spins the universe, and when we fall to sleep, fall to use love properly, all of its. Okay, so we must be realistic. Kailangan na maging realistic tayo pagdating sa marriage. So when anybody can crave for a love, okay, for someone, kung ito ay isang tendency ng isang tao, isang human. So when she rises at 2 o'clock feeling, she does so with love. So kung ano mga ginagawa ng mga asawang babae at lalaki ay ginagawa nila ito para sa ah, kanilang pagmamahal. So that the world needs the gentle, loving, affectionate hand or touch of a human, and the love within her merely it awaits the right man to tap its function. So you have to function with warmth and affection. Siyempre, kailangan merong tinatawag na pagmamahal at uunawa. So we have women also have great capacity for love. Not only are they capable of sharing vast amounts of affection, but they also have large capacity. Mas malaki yung kanilang kapasidad to absorb love in return. So, na sila ay tatanggapin nila yung pagmamahal in return to the love shown to them. So, we have man's love is of man, life's a thing apart. This woman, this a woman's whole existence. Yun. So, often before marriage, nangyayari kasi before, bago mag-asawa o magpapakasal, before marriage, when young man who a young woman, he persists, masyado siyang persistent, uh, and makikita po sa kanyang sarili ang tinatag na enthusiasm. So, when one has asked her bride, he would often fail to recognize the intense need to feel love. Okay. So, yun yung ah, magandang pagkakataon para maipakita yung pagmamahal. So, because of her capacity and affectionate, daily expression, naging daily expression na ang ginawa nila sa romantic love affair uh, to a woman. Okay, he's from Taipei. Okay, so shall we continue now? Okay, such relationship within l- would drive her wild with frustration. So, may mga kaparaanan kung paano natin ma-maintain or maipagpatuloy yung tinatawag na mm, pag-aalab ng damdamin. So, not so with a woman. Such relationship would drive her with an intuition. So, yung mga kababian, yun ang kanilang paniniwala, kaya they have their own rights. So, we go to channel. Okay, we have to page, next page. Done na ba yung iba dyan sa ginagawa? Okay, so first and second pa lang tayo. Mahaba-haba. Nakakaantok na. Sobrang antok. Okay. Okay, we are talking about woman's love. Since man and woman are separated by age, um, okay. Love your mate? Okay, napakasimple. Napakasimple para sa isa. Kaya, okay na? So, groggy talaga. No? So, love a woman's whole existence. So, pag-uusapan natin kung ano ba yung mga hilig ng mga kababaihan. So, a woman's capacity to love can draw from the very best from a man. So, inspiring him that he may lay aside a life, a life of crime. Her thoughts spark worthwhile, important, almost great. The wave of her hand to be the leaves in the morning and her palm greeting when he arrives home at exhaustion surface. So we have when his nerves are shattered and a sign of exhaustion surface, her love can comfort him. So when discouragement crushes him, kapag alam mo na medyo nalulungo siya, malulungkot o hindi na tanggap yung project, then you would crush him and his hopes and dreams were scrambled. Uh, she can help him buy new ones. So, ano ba, tutulungan mo siya na mamimili. Okay, so dito naman sa mga kalalakihan, men are different, of course. Okay, so we have the world needs a gentle, loving, affectionate touch of a woman, and that love within her mercy merely awaits the right man to tap its foundation, warmth, and affection. So, women do also have great capacity for love. Not only are they capable of sharing vast amounts of affection, they also have a large capacity to absorb love in return. So, ito yung mga kababaihan. Ito yung kanilang capacity, their ability. So, often before marriage, when young man was a young woman, he persists, nagpuporsige siya, di ba? And persists on loving words with tender deeds. So kapag naniligaw pa lang lahat, pati bituin at buwan ay pinakangako kapag nanliligaw pa lang, di ba? So that, uh, but once he has won her as his bride, kapag nag-asawa na, ano na nangyayari? He often fails to recognize her intense need to feel love on a day-to-day basis for the rest of her life. So, yun ang nagkakaroon ng mga problema sa mga marriage. So, because of her capacity for affection, daily expressions of romantic love are vital to a woman's existence. Ang mga babae, maano sila sa mga romance, yung mga chocolates, and mababaw lang naman, di ba? Chocolates and roses, and whatever simple things that remind her about the love of or the love of his life. So, dito ay makikita pa natin na consistently and thoughtfully expressing romantic love, many men could melt even the most frigid wife. So, ito yung role ng mga babae. Because, okay, may ano dito na isang bewildered husband complained of not being able to understand his wife. Sabi niya, hindi ko maintindihan yung aking asawa, asawang lalaki. I have given her everything. Sabi nga sa kanyang asawang babae, yung nagsasalita ay yung husband. Binigay ko naman lahat sa kanya. I've given her everything she wants and needs. We have a custom-built home in the best sections of town. Micro, microwave oven, meron tinatawag na color TV and the whole of it. I'm a faithful husband who doesn't drink or beat kids. But she says she's miserable and I can't figure out why. Sabi ng asawang lalaki. Bakit miserable pa siya? So, by this man didn't realize that his wife would trade the custom-built house and all its convenience for a few affectionate words from him. So, kaya pagpalit niya yon yung mga uh, bagay na mas mahalaga sa kanya. So, it is okay. Because of her capacity of affection, daily expression to romantic love or are vital to a woman's existence. So, baka ito yung nakalimutan na yung day-to-day basis of showing love and concern for your wife. So, many men, uh, One bewildered husband complained of not being able to understand his wife. Kanina. Um, this man didn't realize that his wife would take the custom-built house and its convenience just for a few affectionate words from him. So, microwave ovens and color televisions are not make do not make a woman feel cherished, but being somebody sweetheart does. So, makikita po natin dito kung paano na ah, gagawa at gagawa ng paraan ang husband para on a daily basis ay parang nagliligawan pa rin. Okay. This explains why a homemaker spends so much time thinking about her husband during the day, why an anniversary is more important to her than to him, and why she feels so frustrated when her husband forgets such courtesies. So madali siya magtampo sa mga bagay na hindi ginawa na hinahanap-hanap niya. So the female phenomenon often shows up in the house. I am very capable of self-sufficient, but I will draw often and we have draw the line with such small task of filling the gas tank in the car. So here it has nothing to do with male-female role. Instead, it's linked to my need of emotional security. And if Harry assumes his responsibility as treasure me in the place in his affection. So, nasa na tayo? We are on the woman's or on the man's side. Yes, Sarah Gay, nandyan mo si Sarah. Okay. Teka, maglalagay na ako ng kompletong. Pumunta kayo kay GVF Lions bago ako magpatuloy. Si GVF Lions, pumunta niyo pa. Okay? So, we are going to continue. Uy, malaglag yung ating. Emotional security. Yan. It is an ultimate goal in a woman's life. When a woman continually seeks reassurance from her husband by asking him sa pagtatanong to do something for her that she could easily do for herself. So may mga panahon na ganun. Nais niya na gawin ng kanyang asawa, pero kaya naman gawin. So, yun na yung psychology of women. Nais nilang mag-request para sa kanilang mga asawa ng mga bagay na minsan ay kaya naman nila, pero Parang tawag na naglalambing. Yan. Naglalambing na. So we have here his willingness serves as a measure of his love and regard. So kung sumusunod siya, halimbawa, tubig or something, ay kanyang pinrovide, ay ibig sabihin, ah, willing siya na at lalong patamisin ang kanilang pagsasamahan. Sometimes a woman expects her husband to do what she wants done without being asked. So, minsan ay nais na gawin yung bagay na yon tapos minsan hindi na ah, ito ay nagbibigay ng evidence na there is what we call a greater degree of love for her. So, pag nakita ng babae yon ay talagang siyempre excited siya. The female phenomenon always shows up in our home. Very capable and self-sufficient, but I will, when drawn to the lines as such small, to draw something. So at times, this can also go even one step. A wife may deny that she wants, he usually does want, pero I think we have to continue for the next, for tomorrow. Sorry na, sobra na talaga ng antok. Super, super na. Super na yung antok talaga. Hako, hindi pa natapos tuloy isang ano. Yeah, we'll just have to continue. Okay, before I close, so tapusin ko yung um, man's love is different. Anong pagkakaiba ng pagmamahal naman ng mga lalaki? Men are lovers, but their approach to love differs from that of women. So, iba naman ang approach na ginagawa ng men. Men are affectionate by nature and is a gross misunderstanding to to intimate that men should to affection only when it brings when it brings them sexual rewards. So although man's love may not be as so directly and to his emotion it is as is a woman, it's still very real. He just wants more often. So practical and less romantic in his demonstration of love. So after a young man pops the question, he may immediately begin talking to his bride or bride to be about their financial, their financial status as well, which he considered okay. So pagtatanong na yun about financial, okay, continue. He considered as much evidence of his love as to his lovers. So a father who rolls in the floor, licking, tickling his sister in the into the gales of laughing, demonstrates a daddy's love for his daughter. Gaano kamahal ng daddy ang kanyang daughter. So, although few men possess the ability to sweep a woman off her feet, they demonstrate their long love income and durational lines. Ito naman yung pagmamahal na matagal na. They were just observed by colleagues or friends until uh, something different may happen. A man's love is different. When man opens the car for his wife, assists her in and out, and yes, love does not make up man's entire existence. He cannot live without it. So ito sa mga kalalakihan. Ito yung kanilang case. Love motivates a man to work, plan, sacrifice, invest, expand, and pursue. It is for love that he gives up his singleness, signs on a dotted paper during wedding, and accepts full financial responsibility for all and all children born in the union. So ito yung ating mga ah, boys. So parang medyo mahaba-haba pa. Konti din na tinatapos. Okay. So we have genuine love, principles of genuine love, complete marriage. Love your mate is the name of the title. Complete marriage. And on chapter 3, we have accept your mate. Kailangan tatanggapin mo ang uh, misis ng kapatid mo. So, magdi-list down na ulit ako. Si Sarah pa rin yung naandyan. 1 million in down. So, kita ko na yung mga pangalan dito. Kay GBF Lion na lang pala. Hindi ko alam kung pumunta rin. So, Sarah, you have 3, Raffle and 3. Si Sweetie, ganun din. Um, GVF, okay. Jane Rivera, SG Nevada, Jane Rivera. SG Nevada. Hill Adavan. Okay, so I think we have to stop na dahil sa sobrang antok na talaga. Thank you guys. I think we got to pray now. But in heaven, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for the life, strength, the lessons you learn. We will bless those who have uh, the curtains taken. Bless them, Father, to be able to walk uh, uprightly this side. So thou hast promised to uh, the people of old. We thank you for the many blessings you have given us. Thank you for the life, strength, and the lessons to learn. And especially pray for Brother Larry Binawi, who is sick in the bedroom. Be with her and provide healing for his permanent, for his temporary. Uh, okay, so I think this is for today. Tomorrow na lang tayo magpapatuloy na mas mahaba. You can post your questions there kung may questions kayo. Thank you and God bless. Sobrang antok lang talaga ako. Sorry, sorry.